if I were to rank the shows briefly, real quick, I would say I think right now my favorite is Loki, with the combination of both season 1 and season 2. That is my favorite. I think, honest to God, I love how they really handled this redemption for Loki, and they turned him into like more of a fleshed out character. And we already had him fleshed out, and he had his iconic hero arc in Infinity War and Redemption, but I like that this show really gave him a moment to just shine even more, and Hiddleston was just so transcendent. So that's my first favorite. My second favorite, I think, would have to be Falcon and Winter Soldier. I think after that would follow Moon Knight, because I really liked Moon Knight, and I'm glad that finally Disney decided to do a series on him, because I remember he was in such rumor hell, and in production hell, because I remember back in the Netflix era of the MCU, like when they had Daredevil, Punisher, Jessica Jones, and Luke Cage, Moon Knight was rumored to have a series on Netflix, and once they made Disney Plus, they announced, hey, we're going to do Moon Knight. I was like, awesome. And then it turned out really great. It was a little more violent, and I liked it. Speaking of violence, I think Echo would be next. Actually, no. I still like Wandavision. I like Wandavision still. I like that a lot. I had a lot of fun with Wandavision. I know people don't like it. I really love it. It was the right amount that I needed. It was the exact thing I needed during 2021. And I just loved the whole sitcom thing. What would be after that? Maybe Echo? I'm trying to remember all the shows. Actually, you know what? I will say What If. I'll say What If, then Echo. I'll say What If, Marvel's What If, because I liked season 2. I'm not crazy how it ended, but I like season 2. I like What If as a whole. I think season 2 was an improvement, so I will bump up Marvel's What If. Then I'll say Echo. No. I scratched that. I say Hawkeye, then Echo, because I genuinely enjoyed Hawkeye quite a bit. I'll say, this is where we enter the shit file, kind of, because the 3 shows for me were just very meh. Like, Miss Marvel was meh, She-Hulk was meh, Secret Invasion was meh. If we throw in all the Netflix shows, then that's a whole nother ordeal that I'll have to sit through for a second. So I will do that in a second. But I'm saying the current MCU shows, like the Disney Plus stuff, let's just say. So for now, the Disney Plus stuff. I'm gonna go with Miss Marvel, and then I'm gonna say, this is where I'm torn, because I really wasn't crazy about both She-Hulk and Secret Invasion. Because there's aspects that I was like, okay, I kind of liked it, but then I'm like, I didn't like this, though. There's so much wrong with those two. So, I think I'm gonna say Secret Invasion. I think, even though, well, both shows, I think She-Hulk and, the thing is, Secret Invasion and She-Hulk both tried to attempt at something in concept. And I liked they tried, but it's not enough. Like, Secret Invasion was trying to kind of go back to the spy espionage, darker thriller vibe, and then She-Hulk was trying to be like the attorney, lawyer, what is it called? Abby McBeal type of like Law and Order type of series. And though their executions were not the strongest, there was some effort, but there's two things, and there's many things that wager me in. I'm like, I liked this about Secret Invasion because Nick Fury at least was cool, and it was dark because it was different from the colorful, like, lighthearted MCU fluff, and that's great, but that kind of can get repetitive. So Secret Invasion kind of being darker was great, but then She-Hulk gave us Daredevil, which I actually really loved a lot, and as much as I hated some aspects of the show, Daredevil was the saving grace, but I don't know if it was really enough for me. So I think I'll have to review She-Hulk, which I don't want to, but one day I will get to it. But I think I'm going to say Secret Invasion, and then the worst of the bunch would have to be She-Hulk, I think. That's what I'm gonna go with. I don't know what I don't. You know what? Maybe I need to do this. I think here's what I have to do. I think what I'm going through in my head is which villain was worse. Did I hate Gravik, or did I hate the villain of She-Hulk? And I think I hated the villain of She-Hulk more than Gravik. Even though Gravik was boring and he was generic, I think at least he was there was some plot to him that made sense. The villain for She-Hulk is just utterly obnoxious as fuck. So I will honestly brutally say that. Disney Plus MCU stuff with the Netflix stuff, based on what I have seen, because I am not caught up on all the shows because I need to catch up on the Netflix stuff. I'm rewatching Daredevil, and I'm gonna rewatch Punisher, so I can be like, hey, I finally finished season 3 of Daredevil, and I can finally be all caught up with Daredevil Born Again, even though Born Again has nothing to do with the series, but still, and just feel caught up and everything. So I'm gonna say, so integrating the Netflix stuff and taking away animation, just the live action stuff is, I think I'm gonna say Loki still, and then after that would be Daredevil, because I really like Daredevil a lot. I find myself enjoying Daredevil a lot more than I did the first time around. I mean, I liked it, but I am enjoying it a lot more, I think. I think it's maybe it's nostalgia. Maybe it's just because, like, oh, how iconic this was, or maybe it's just other things. But Daredevil, I think, is still just a solid show. Season 1's great. Season 2, I remember being phenomenal. I haven't finished it, but I remember. So I will say that. I think after that is going to be, I'm gonna say Falcon and Winter Soldier, just to mix things up. Be like, Disney Plus series, Netflix series, Disney Plus series, Netflix series. So next would be Punisher. I really loved Punisher first time around. I should really revisit that, but I really liked Punisher. After that, I haven't seen a lot of the shows. I didn't watch Iron Fist. I didn't get into Luke Cage, unfortunately. I saw one episode of Jessica Jones. It's intriguing. I like it. Kilgrave's creepy, but I like it. But I love that Kilgrave's creepy. So, what would be after that? Then Moon Knight, then WandaVision, then Jessica Jones, then Hawkeye, then Echo, then, based on what I've seen from small clips, I'm gonna say Luke Cage, even though I don't count it because I haven't really seen Luke Cage, so I can't say. But I will at least include Luke Cage. And then after that, I'll say Miss Marvel. I'll then say Iron Fist, even though I haven't seen Iron Fist, but I'll at least give it some credit. I'll throw in Defenders, even though I haven't seen Defenders as well. But I'll throw that in there just based on just some clips. So, Miss Marvel, Iron Fist, Defenders, even though that feels a little like unfair, but I'm just saying those two are lower than Miss Marvel because I haven't seen the shows, so those don't count to me. So they're not the worst, I just haven't seen them. Then Secret Invasion, then She-Hulk. And that's 15 MCU series. That's 15, not counting Werewolf by Night. If I throw it in there, ah, shit. Where would I throw it in there? Where would I put it? Loki, Daredevil, Falcon and Winter Soldier, Punisher, Moon Knight, WandaVision, Hawkeye. I think I would put it up there with Hawkeye, like after Hawkeye. I think I might just do that. Because I like that a little bit more than Echo, and it was something interesting. It was a spin-off. It was a one-off, and it wasn't like a big series. And I'm glad that they took that opportunity. Yeah, I'm happy with that actually. I could see that. I like that.